Everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are all doing great. I am having a great day. I've been sewing like crazy for my great grandson. I got I crocheted that turtle, and then today I made five, no, 6 or 7 burp cloths. Got 2 more to go, and 7 um, receiving blankets that I will do. I'll sew them tomorrow, and then they can get sent. And I want to not introduce. I want to bring on my lovely assistant. If I can find the right link or the right button. There we go.
Howdy ho,
Welcome,
everybody.
Annie.
Now I want a sound clip of when you introduce me of applause.
What?
Yeah, the thousands of you applauding. Yay, she's here.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had that thing, I have to look for it.
That would be cute though.
Yes, definitely.
I like
Okay,
this
so
because it has a reflection. I've never colored a reflection. That would be fun.
yeah, exactly. Well, and you have to go a little bit darker. The colors are not the same down here as they are up here.
Yeah.
Because they're always usually darker unless the sun is shining on it. But I can't see where the sun is. It looks like it's right behind it though. By the reflection, the sun would be coming, so you would see this darker. So this is the one I'm doing. Annie, what are you doing today?
Hang on. And I will.
And I'm using my new Prism color pencils. And I wanted to say hi to Larry and hi to Sandra. Larry came under his one name, and then he left and came back. He did say he's lurking though.
I'm gonna
hold on. Let me put you up. There you go.
One. I gotta do his eyes. Her eyes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna start on this one.
That owl. That one's a really pretty one.
Sis is going to embroider this, and then we're going to compare to see who got closer colors, because that's what she wanted to do. And I was like, okay, I can do that. It's not a big deal.
Right. So I'm going to take this thing off so you can see the whole picture. There we go. So I'm going to start with what I do in my paintings. I'm going to start up here and then move down. So I'm going to start with the leaves. Now with this coloring book, I've noticed because they're already shaded, you can go over it with the same color, and where the shading is already done for you.
Or you can go over it with the color you want it to be, and it will just darken that color. I've done a lot of the
right. Well, like if
shading done in it, which I'm really, for me as a beginner, learning all of this stuff, I really like these books.
Right.
Because it teaches you where the shadows would be.
Right.
And then you can adapt that to either your own drawing. Hey, Mary. Or
hi, Mary. Welcome in.
Coloring books, or painting your first painting.
Right. And I don't really remember how I learned or who. Okay, so take me back to why I was going ooh and ah on those vintage coloring
books.
I did. The thing is I started doing shading back then. Nobody told me.
Yeah,
no one told me.
I did a little bit, but not as much as I noted. It was like I would shade obvious things, like a tree throws a shadow,
right.
Something like that. But now there's nuanced shading, underneath the branches, underneath the leaves and things like that to get it to pop up. And I'm just learning how to do that.
Right. Well, see, I was doing shading on faces And I was just a little kid, and um, my mom walked into the room and saw me coloring, and she said to me, she goes, "You are going to be an artist." I said, "No, I'm not, Mom." I said, "Mom, I don't. You? How do you know?" Well, I guess she knew. She was an artist, so I guess that's why she could see it. I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
still
Mike
have,
Alp was a really good artist. He was a good painter. And like I said, Sis is very artistic. My youngest brother, he
yeah,
he could have took his art and gone so far with it if he had applied to that instead of other things, if you know what I mean.
right.
Um, and Renee's daughter the same way. Her biological father offered to pay all of her for art school. All she would have to pay is for her books and her food.
Mhm.
And she
Mhm.
decided she'd rather get married.
That's too bad.
She divorced 6 months later, and he refused to pay for it. Then he's like, nope, deal,
Should have
which
should
kind
have
of
took
sucked
me. Right.
in my opinion. But
I still have. In fact, I can show you. I have right here my mom's painting box. Oh, it's right here. So here is her painting box, and show you. I'm not gonna be able to open it up. Well, let's show it to you. Here, let me make this.
yeah,
Make this.
yeah,
Okay. So this is my mom's painting box, and
you ever
this
use
was.
things, or do you just?
I
keep it
have.
in
I've
memory?
got this as a palette I use, and then here is all my. These are all my oils, and this is my blending gel, and I don't know why I have this pencil in here, but I have some stuff in here, and then I have all of her painting paintbrushes. They are behind me on this cart down here. I have all her paintbrushes. But yes, I have used this when I go places to paint. This is what I use. I take it with, I fill it with what I need, and I take it with me. And that was from my mom. She told me before she got too sick. She said, "Connie, take this because I know that you're the only one who's going to love it and use it the way I did."
That's
So,
what Dad did with Mom's sewing machines. He gave them to Renee, and my
uh
brothers got ticked. Well, why wouldn't you give them to us? And he said, when's the last time you sewed?
huh. Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's exactly what they wanted to do with sell them, because one of them was a Singer pedal machine, which is what we learned
Hmm.
to sew on. And I gotta
Who
say,
got
when I
it?
was using that, I didn't dislike sewing, but I don't like electric sewing machines, and they don't like me. And if you don't believe me, ask Bill, because he bought me one. It worked one time, and I did not do. I showed Renee exactly. She said that should not have messed it up, and she tried to fix it. His mom tried to fix it. Just
Yeah,
like they don't like me.
yeah. My sister, every time she touched finally my mom told her after about the second time that she touched her sewing machine, she said, "Stay the hell away from stay away from my sewing machine. Don't touch it." And then when I came along and I wanted to learn how to sew, she said, "No, I'm not going to let you sew on my machine." I said, "Please, Mom," because I'd already done the Singer sewing machine, the pedal, and I wanted to learn on electric because I knew they were faster. And she's like, "No, we'll just not do that." And I'm like, "But I really want to, Mom." Oh, I bugged her and bugged her and bugged her. finally she said, "Okay, I will sit with you. I will tell you what you can touch, what you can't touch." Within a couple of weeks, I was sewing clothes.
Yeah,
So,
that's Renee's. Our grandma. I don't know if it was mom's mom or dad's mom. I can't remember which one she said, but they taught her to sewing Barbie clothes. She told
yeah.
her she wanted to learn how to sew, and she said, "Well, bring your doll." She said, "We will make her some clothes." And she taught Renee to sew Barbie clothes. And then once she got that down, she said, "Okay, now let's make something for you."
Well, for me, you want to know the first thing I sewed? Baby clothes for my nephew that passed away. Of course, when I was making them, I didn't know he was going to pass away.
Yeah,
And my sister kept them for her next two kids. Actually, I think she kept them for all of her kids because it was a huge big box of baby clothes that I made. It was nightgowns and onesies and little outfits and um, all kinds of stuff.
I
I
think when
even
I turned like 10 or 11,
mhm.
that's when mom stopped sewing. She never sewed after that. But when we were kids, she made a lot of our clothes.
Oh, my mom made almost all my clothes when I was growing up. I told you the other day she made my Levi's when I was in high school, and all my friends wanted to know where I had bought my Levi's, and I said I didn't buy them. My mom made them. Oh, that's so cool. Will she make me some? I said, No, she won't.
Yeah, and nowadays you tell a kid something like that and they turn their nose up and like, really? Homemade? They have no idea how much longer they last and they fit better
Except
because they're made just for you.
except for well, yeah, I had a weird. I wanted my clothes to fit me a certain way, and if I put it on and it wasn't there, I'd say, "Nope, not yet, mom," and she would keep working at them. But now Zaylee loves anything I make her. If it be um, tops, dresses, skirts. Well, she doesn't wear them anymore, but anything I made, she loves it. But yeah, she loves anything I make. Period. And if it's sewing, crocheting, whatever it is, like I used to make her Halloween costumes. If she wants a Halloween costume that she can't buy or whatever that she can't find the right, she'll say, Nana, can you help me? You know.
It was really, I mean, Renee taught Jenny on the sewing machine when she was in home ec. And Jenny was like, nah, it's not for me. And now she is
Yeah.
making vintage clothes and selling them. And people that she can't make them fast enough for people. All
Yeah.
these reenactors.
Right.
Bye, babe. I love you. I'll see you in the morning. And
Right.
she didn't realize how many reenactment uh, groups there were around us. And she's good at it.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoys. She said she actually has more fun making the vintage stuff than she ever did making like clothes for today. And I
Right.
was like, hey, it's
Okay.
whatever
So
you're good at,
my
what you enjoy.
the baby stuff will be done probably tomorrow or the next day, and then I'll make that skirt for my cover for my go underneath my cover because it's finished. The only thing I have to do is put the elastic in it and block. I'm just not quite sure how you block a skirt, but hmm, maybe I'll just get it wet and stretch it to where I want it and just let it dry that way. It's the only thing I can think of because you can't put it on a block. You know, it's a skirt.
I had to run out today to get some milk and
Hmm.
strawberry quick because Anthony was out. And I'm telling you, he was pacing because he was out of strawberry milk. I was like, I will go get some. It's not a problem. It's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the end of my driveway was blocked off. I couldn't get out of my driveway.
Oh no.
And then in the road, because there's like 300 feet of paved road and then my driveway.
Right.
And they had a big old hole dug in the middle of it. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm looking at the guy, and he's like shrugging his shoulders, like, well, what do you want me to do? So I had to drive through the neighbor's yard and go out their driveway because it was open there. And I was not happy. We come back, and Bill's like, do not. I was like, I'm going to see who the supervisor is. He said, do not cuss these people out. And I said,
Yeah.
I got it. I said, just chill out. So I asked for the supervisor, sitting there talking. I said, look, I said, I have to go out of this road. I said, at odd times of the day and night. I said, in all kinds of weather. I said, I want to know how you're going to fix that hole. And he goes, well, we're going to put sand in it, pack it down, and then put gravel on it. I said, it's going to sink. It's red clay mud. It's West Virginia.
Right.
And he's like, well, he said, then we'll put more gravel on it. I said, well, how do I get a hold of you to get you to put more gravel in it? He said, I'm going to be working down this road, he said, for the next month. He said, we're just starting here. He said, if at any time it sinks, he said, you come and get me. And he said, I will myself bring gravel up there and put it in there. I said, I'm going to hold you to it. And I told him, I said, that driveway there, Renee's, I said, you all need to not, or keep an eye on it, because my brother-in-law is very ill. And I said, my sister might have to, leave at the drop of a hat. And I said, you need to leave that one open. And he was like, well, thanks for telling me. He said, we will do that. And he went down and told the guy, and he moved the signs from her driveway. Because her driveway, you come out her driveway and go straight to the highway. It's a straight shot.
Right.
And I told her that I told him that, so she needed to get out. And she goes, well, what made you think of that? I was like, sis, because I tried to go out my driveway. My driveway was blocked off. And if you have to leave, you're not going to be very happy that the driveway's blocked off. So I saved them some wear and tear on their ears. But and as I went back up the neighbor's driveway and through their yard, and I looked at Bill and I said, see, I wasn't a bitch.
Right.
Did I feel like being one? Yes, I did. But it's their job. They're doing their job. It's not their fault what they have to do and how they have, to accomplish it. But they could have come up here and told us they were going to block the driveway.
Right.
I mean, it's not that far of a walk or drive, before they start, drive up here and say, hey, we're going to be working down here and we're going to have your driveway blocked off.
Right. How is Johnny?
He's already started his therapy. He does, which me and Renee is wondering why they're not doing it on opposing days. Because Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, he does 4 hours of physical therapy and then does 3 hours of dialysis right after.
Maybe it's so that he has a complete break on those other days.
Yeah, but that's she don't even bother to go see him on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday because she doesn't get to see him.
Right.
And I was like, he was complaining about it, and she said, this is what we're going to have to do. You got to buckle down. If you want to come home, you're going to have to be able to get up and down. She said, because I can't lift you. She said, and I told her, I said, tell him to do it, or I'll just have to come up there and open a can of whoop ass on him. And I said, he really don't want that now, does he? She told him, he started laughing. I said, you're telling him not to laugh at me now. I said, I'm not joking. I will come up there and get mean to him. Because sometimes you got to get mean to encourage them to try. And he's tired, and I get it, and you can see it on his face. He's tired of trying, and that is not a good headspace for him to be in.
Right.
And Renee's like, I can't be mean to him. I said, leave it to me. I said, I have no problem with it. And she goes, what? I said, he's going to love me afterwards anyway, so it don't make any difference.
Right.
Oh, Larry said he found the same you found the same picture he has.
Awesome. Cool.
I am kind of loving that book. I may actually order. I had it on my wish list, but I haven't ordered it.
Right.
So I may, because I was like, and a lot of the ones when it says it says the Zen, what they call them Zentangles. And I don't really like doing, or Mandelas. I don't really like color. I mean, I can color them, but I don't enjoy it. I have that Mandela
one, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it. I have one, and I've colored maybe 3 pictures out of the whole book. I
Yeah, I
prefer
haven't done very many.
backgrounds and people or animals or
Well, that one that I have, I bought that like 9 or 10 years ago, and I've only done very few pictures of it. I just don't enjoy it at all.
Oh, and you will be happy to know that Storm has finally forgiven me for taking him to the vet, and
Well,
I
that's
know it
nice.
because he came in to sleep with me last night.
Well,
I
that's
woke up
good.
and I'm like, and he had his head all snuggled up underneath my chin and had both paws around my neck. I was like, "Oh, you forgive me."
Well,
He was
that's
he
good.
was really mad at me there for a while, especially when he was getting better and he wouldn't take his antibiotic for Bill. And I said,
Huh?
Bill, just grab him by the scruff of the neck like the mommy cat does the kittens. He said, why? And I said, because it'll paralyze him. No, it won't. And I just like picked him up. And when I did it, his mouth opened. I said, give him the medicine. Slapped my hand on his mouth and let him go. He said, well, that'll hurt him. I said, it will not hurt them. I said,
Nope.
there's nerves in the back of their neck that you can pick them up like that and they cannot move. And I said, and it's just for a second. It's not like I was holding him down and torturing him.
Thing is their mommy will pick him up and carry him around like that,
Yeah.
and she's got teeth.
Well, and they didn't have mommies. So they only had me. So I am Mama Kitty.
Well, right. So, I mean, it's just inbred. They know that's what's going to happen. You can pick up an adult cat just like that, just like you did,
Yeah,
with
but
no problem. It doesn't
I
hurt
get I
them.
get really tickled at him because when we first got married, I had talked about getting a cat, even though I knew at that time we couldn't have one because the dogs we had at that time, they were his dogs. They would kill cats. They kill every cat they saw. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go get a cat that has to stay in the house all the time, and I'm not going to get a cat that I have to worry about your dogs eating it. So when we moved here, I told him I want. He's like, I don't like cats, and I was like, you've never had a cat, that's why you don't like them. And
Right.
when we got this house out, he said, what do you want? I said, I want a cat. And one of my girlfriends had a cat that kept climbing up in her engine.
Hmm.
And she was driving like, it's a 45-minute drive from where we lived to where we worked.
Did she cut
And
his
this,
tail off?
no, she
Oh,
showed, and right after I told Bill I wanted a black and white cat, a tuxedo cat. And she come in, she said, I've had it with this cat. And I said, what? She said, it keeps riding into work on my engine. She said, I'm going to kill it. And she said, I don't want to hurt it. And I was like, can I have it? And I come home from work with a cat.
mm-hmm.
Larry says he thinks it's the same picture. He has his might be standing on a mountain, his lion.
Awesome.
Still
Yeah, this one
cute.
has another lion too. It has one other lion. Let me show you. More of a regal lion. I just have to find it. Come
I think
on.
all lions are evil. Bill
Well,
thinks
they are.
Bill thinks
They are.
tigers are prettier, and I was like, nah. I said I like
Mm-mm.
lions better.
Lion is my
Lions and
very
panthers. Panthers are beautiful.
well. Panthers
Okay,
is
so
my
more of an emblem.
yeah. Panthers are just a mountain lion, which is the from the lion family.
No, well, yeah, because cougars are considered cougars are mountain lions.
And panthers and cougars are the same thing.
No, panthers are black. Cougars are brown. Panthers are black and they have like a rosette in their fur. It actually, the old wallpaper would look like they stamped the roses, the cabbage roses on.
Yeah,
They have a rosette pattern like that in their fur, which I thought was really cool.
yeah. And if you see a black one, you can still see the rosette.
Yeah.
But I could have swore because I've done a lot of studying on panthers and stuff. Maybe you're right. You probably
I
are.
think panthers are more like leopards.
Mm-mm. I don't think so. Maybe.
Anthony, I thought that was you.
Yes, a panther is a mountain lion. I knew it.
Here, Anthony.
It is.
Daddy went to work.
Good daddy, good daddy. Yeah.
Good daddy, good daddy. Okay.
That was clear. He said that.
Good job.
Okay, listen to this. Yes, a panther can be a mountain lion. Panther, cougar, puma, and catamount are all different names for the same species. Puma conicolor with panther, sometimes referring specifically to the Florida panther, a type of the mountain lion, or to a black leopard slash cougar. The term panther is a broad. A panther is a broad. It covers all of them. So that's
Good
why
job.
it is. I thought it was a panther, but panthers are mountain lions, cougars, pumas. They're all
We
panthers.
did not believe the man that we rented from the farm I grew up on. We were out in the woods, and he had told us he had been out in the woods hunting a little while before that, and he told us to be careful because there was a panther. He'd heard a panther. And we're like, there's no panthers in West Virginia. He said, be careful in the woods. Make sure you look up as you're walking. Don't just look at the ground, look up in the trees.
If you see one, you better get really loud.
Yes, there was. Scared the crap out of me and my little brother. We looked at each other, and I said, I think it's time to go home. We don't need a deer that bad.
Well, you're supposed to confront it, swing your arms around, and scream, and they'll take off. They will not. But if you run, sometimes they chase
You never run from a predator.
No.
Then they see
you
you as
never
something to eat.
Well, a lion can hear your heart beating, and so can a lot of them. But as long as your heart is not beating hard, they will not go after you. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever watched the Lion Whisperer. He's on YouTube.
Never watched that.
Okay, so I've watched him for 15 years. He goes into his lion enclosures. He does not train his lions. He does not hit his lions. Now, when they're babies and they bite and stuff, he'll pop their nose and tell them no, just so that they understand that that's not okay to do that. But he was only attacked by one lion one time, and it hurt him, but it didn't kill him. And it could have killed him. It could have, because lions don't eat people. They will maul them to death and then walk away. But this one time, he had an older lion that he didn't know from the time it was a cub. The rest of his lions, he's known since they were cubs. So they think of him as part of he's part of their pride. And a couple of years ago, he owns a sanctuary in southern Africa, and there was these people. They were there for they were doing a report, a news thing on him. Because it's just amazing that he can do that. And he told them, he said, don't go out on your own without telling me, and look around. And they're like, they didn't understand. And he said, please do not go out and on the Serengeti, where, on my property, without letting me know. Well, this woman, next day, she had her camera woman go with her, and they went out, and unfortunately, Kevin was out there with two of his female lions. And of course, they can hear people, their heartbeats like 10 miles away. And he knew they had prey. They were going after it. They took off running. He took off after them. When he got there, the camera woman was in the car screaming, and the reporter was dead. the lion had mauled her to death. And a lot of people got mad, and he's like, I told her not to do this. I said, do not go out without telling me, because I will not let the lions out. Because he takes them out on nature walks out on that land. And yeah, a lot of people was upset. They're like, you need to put him in prison, in jail. You need to, file charges against him for murder. And he's like, the cops are like, he did not do anything wrong. That's his property, But I don't know. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, Larry. That's what I looked up. It's the same. It's the same species. They're a little different, but they're the same species. He actually, Kevin Richardson actually has a bunch of hyenas that he rescued, and when they were babies, and he's also got 4 black panthers that he rescued as babies as well. But he's not letting them have any babies, so he's letting them age out. Plus, he's getting old too. But he does have 6 white lions that are only 7 years old, so they're going to be around a long time.
Ouch.
But what I was saying is Anthony said that really clear.
Yeah. He has his moments. He's been in his room most of the day. I went there a couple times. I said, you need anything? He said, out. And I was like, okay. I said, guess that means you don't need anything. And Bill, he said, he tell you get out? I said, it's his room. If you don't want company, you don't have to have company.
Right.
That right there.
Hey, Larry, if you're still listening, which I think you probably are, I have decided, me and Annie was talking about it, and I'm going to start doing a little tiny segment on each one of my lives on Thursdays with color theory, how to make. Actually, I'll show you what colors I'm mixing to get the colors, and then I'll use those colors in my painting so they don't go to waste. Yeah, I think that will be because you guys really can't see my palette when I'm painting, so you guys really can't see how I mix the colors to get the colors that I want, because I don't use a lot of fancy colors. I mean, I have a lot of colors. If you guys could see how many here, let me show you. I can show you from this angle. Can you see all those bottles of paints over there? Right there? I have over 500. I have over 500 bottles of paint. So, But you guys don't really get to see me mixing a lot of colors because I don't, it's not on the camera, but I'm going to start doing it where you guys can see it.
Yeah, this one's better. I like this one better. So we look lighter. Let's go with this charm.
Now, one thing about lions is none of them are the same color. You got to have the body a yellowish orange color, and you can make their mane the same color. You can make their mane a lighter color. You can make their mane a dark red. Or a dark like orangish red, or you could go with a brown. You could go with a black. Plus, there's different species of actual lions as well. They look different. Their faces are shaped different. Just like there is, cats and dogs, and there's also lions too. And of course, their end of their tail is always usually the same color as their mane.
Okay, I may not be starting that other one tonight because there's some other stuff on here I missed. That's all right.
Oh, I was going to tell you. I was going to look and tell you what kind of paint that was. That other paint. It's right here. Hemi paint.
Hemi.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's Hemi. Yeah, it's Hemi paint, and they're all dry. I have to wet them up, but you can use it like watercolors, or you can use them like acrylic paint. But when you can go back years later and put water on it, and it will reactivate the paint. In fact, I need to work on that and get it back activated.
Just give it a little spritz.
No, you have to, as dry as it is, I'm going to have to pour water into it. Or put a lot of water into it. Because it's really quite dry. Oh, I knew I did that wrong. I'm in the wrong spots. Guess it doesn't really matter. I just don't understand why there's blue on some page and there's blue on another page and there's brown on another page. But oh well. And do you know why a lion has the tuft on the end of their tail?
Signaling the grasses.
Uh-uh. Nope. It's for their balance when they run. If you ever watch a lion run, their tail whips around, and it's for their balance.
See, my cats run like that.
Yeah, it's for their balance too.
Now, Misty, I love to watch that cat hunt.
Yeah.
My cats are gray with stripes. They can lay, and to me, when I'm looking at them like crossing the yard, they really stand out against the grass. But they stop and don't move. They blend into the grass so much that you can't see them until you see them twitch.
Right. Cats are like that anyway. I'll be looking out my window and I don't see them, and all of a sudden something moves. And I'm like, oh, that's a cat. Holy crap! You know, I can't see them moving. I mean, I can't see them until they move.
Yeah. I have need of you. Oh yeah, that's better with that.
Okay, what color is a lion's eyes?
Yellow.
What color is a white lion's eyes?
Blue.
Yep.
Because they're albinos. Or what is considered an albino.
Mm-hmm. They have the albino gene. What color is right underneath the lion's eyes?
Gray or white?
Black. It keeps the
sun from
the glare,
glare.
the glare, the glare out of their eyes.
That's where football players learned it.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, why aren't you working? Oh, because I don't have you plugged in.
Okay. Yeah, that tends to
pushing them. Yeah, they don't like to work if they don't have electricity. And that is the weakest dang thing to plug it into. Let's plug it in over here. Come on. Come on. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Box is officially finished. On to the owl. Mary, were you the one that was wanting to see the owl I did for my sister?
Ow. Don't know if she's still here.
I'm not sure. Okay, I thought it was you.
Oh, good.
Give me 1 second, and I will show you the picture. Let me check. Okay, kid free. He sneaks
Here, let
up
me make
behind
you
me
big.
sometimes. Yeah.
That's a pretty one.
She loves it.
Also, awesome, Larry and Mary. I'm glad you're still here.
Is that showing good? I can't see around it.
Yeah, it's a little dark, but I can see it.
Does that help?
Yes, that helps. Yeah, that's very pretty.
I'm very proud of that one. I did a good job on it, I think.
Yeah.
And the only thing is, I really, really don't like this paper in this book, but I make it work. I just put some printer paper behind it, and
Right.
I just don't worry about it. Thank you, Mary. Excuse me. Now, what am I going to do with you? And what is that? What is that? Egg? Oh, thanks, Mary. There's actually no, well, I get there's highlights, but there's no shine on it. But, I mean, now I know how to put a better shine on it, but then I didn't. So I just went with what I figured out.
Yeah.
This picture is what sparked me to start learning more about coloring.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was sitting there going like, okay, that is really good, but you could do so much better. Because, I can't. That's called false confidence, y'all. I can do it. I'm thinking I'm going to do this Allen pencil. Or most of it. And thank you, Sandra. What am I going to do this week? I'm thinking. Small. My hat's in the way. Oh, wait.
What?
My hat was in my way. It kept falling down on the what I was looking for, and I got mad and I tossed it.
Oh.
I used to color with my son. My youngest son really doesn't like to color. He has never been anything he's been into. But my oldest son, I used to color with him all the time. But I've always colored. I've always had crayons and a coloring book hanging around the house somewhere. Thunder. Sooner Screen. Sooner. Thunderous. Okay. Never heard of that color.
Me and my daughter and my granddaughters used to color a lot. My granddaughter's too busy to do it now. Both my granddaughters, but my daughter, I just bought her because she hasn't had any coloring books or anything. So I bought her a small Prism package, and then I bought her the same coloring book that I have. Not this one. Let me see. It's right here. This one here. I bought this one for Christmas. And she's been coloring it, so.
I find coloring very therapeutic.
Yeah. So do I.
You are not green. Oh, it's matcha. It's too yellow. We'll see where it goes.
Did anyone ever find out anything on Jeanette's service or anything?
Never seen anything. Not a thing at all in the local papers, and I've been checking.
Wasn't her family from Florida?
Yeah, well, yeah. Not sure if her husband was from here or if they just ended up here.
But her kids were in Florida?
I'm not sure where her kids are. I know her nephew lived next door.
Oh, wow. Maybe they didn't have the money to pay for the paper.
Well, up here, if just a standard one is free.
Oh,
If you want a bunch of stuff added, then it starts getting costly.
right.
That's what I've found when I've had to do it.
In Utah, it's just costly, period. I don't know about here.
Mary said she searched online. She couldn't find anything either.
Yeah. How did we find out that she had passed away?
I guess her nephew called Jess. I'm not sure.
He must have.
Because I found out from, was it you told me or did Jess tell me?
It could have been.
I don't remember.
No, it was me. But I heard about it from Jess. So they must have called her. Yeah, Larry found through John. Yeah, it was John and Jessica who announced it. Um, I think they must have called Jessica. I do know that she wasn't doing well. Don't remember who told me that.
Well, the last time that I had talked to her, she wasn't doing well.
Well, yeah, but somebody else had told me that she really wasn't going to last long. I can't remember who it was.
I'm honestly, I am surprised that she lasted as long as it was just sheer determination that made her last as long as she did.
Right. Well, you said she was like hardly nothing. She was.
Well, she had lost a lot of weight.
Right.
But I got to tell you this. She had the best meal lady.
Yeah.
Yes, I liked her meal lady really well.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Larry.
What?
Kind of takes a piece of your heart every time somebody you know passes away.
Well, my husband's best friend, he passed away the day before Ron came back to Utah, and His 70th birthday was on January 1st. He was a New Year's baby, and he was buried on December 31st, the day before his birthday. And that's just sad. And he's like, he told Ron, he goes, I'm not going to make it to 70, Ron. He goes, I'll proxy you in. It's okay if you don't make it. But by the pictures, did I ever show you the pictures of Ron with him?
Yeah, you showed them to me.
He looked like he was 20 years older than Ron.
Takes a lot out of you.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to believe. Just a few days before, he was up moving around, but he wasn't well. Ron said every day you could just see him slipping away.
It's hard to watch.
Well, Ron's done that twice now. He did it last year. His brother, in fact, I didn't even think about it. His brother, the anniversary for his brother's death was yesterday. Because he died last January 5th. And Ron got there and finished watching him slip away. Which now makes for...
Say goodbye, though.
Yeah, well, his brother wasn't lucid anymore, but he was still there for him.
He probably still knew he was there, even though
I'm sure. Lucid. I'm sure he did. Just like when his sister died, we were all there, and she wasn't lucid the whole time, but she would make noises, and certain people talked to her until about 2 days before she passed. And so Ron has 14 brothers. He had 13 brothers and sisters, and it used to go Robert, Denise, Carolyn, Mike, Kent, Ron, Marianne, Roger, Brenda, Kathy, Jay, Troy, Shar, and Glenn. Thank you, Larry. It's not finished yet, but thank you. Ron was the fourth son in the family line, and now he's the oldest brother. So, I thought these were rocks. They're not rocks. They're leaves.
Yeah.
I thought they were rocks. I'm glad I didn't. Well, I got to looking at them like, is that leaves or rocks? Yeah, they're leaves. So. So I'm loving Grey's Anatomy, but it's got some really, really painfully sad parts.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it for years. Me and Bill used to watch that every week.
Mm-hmm.
And if we were working, we'd videotape it. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, we used to do that too.
And that way we could, we'd watch it on whatever day we had off together.
Mm-hmm.
Here you are. Hey, Z9 Designs, welcome in.
Hi, Dee. How are you? Long time no see. Well, I see you on Instagram, but in the chats, but it's nice to have you here. How are you doing? Dee is one of my fellow crafters.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you, Dee.
I am using prisms. I've got a set that has 120 different ones that come in. So there's all these, and then so there are all these, and then these, and these, and then these. And I also have all of these pencils as well. They're all different kinds. And of course I use markers a lot and gel pens. These are gel pens, and then I have some other ones too that I use. And I also have these kind too. These are Staedtler, and they are watercolor pencils. So it comes with a paintbrush, and then it comes with a water brush. So you put water in here, which I have some in here, and this is a brush, and it's wet. And if you need more, you just squeeze it, and it puts more water out.
Squeeze
and it turns
gently.
this. Yes, very gently. And the colors on the brush become watercolors. Becomes liquefied. What have you been up to, Z? Other than lots and lots of videos I've been seeing. I've been thinking about doing a what would you make video.
Well, I think I'm qualified to make.
Huh?
I said I'm qualified to make a mess.
Well, what would you make used to be my. I used to be a host on the collaboration for a long time with oh, what was her name? I always had a hard time remembering her name. I took Zaina's place. Hi, Robert. How are you?
Hey, Robert. Welcome in.
Is Jen here? Did Jen come in and we didn't see her come in?
I didn't see her.
I didn't see her come in either. I saw her earlier over on her channel. She loves her painting. She told me she got it. She showed everybody before I got there.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks very much like, have I ever colored a fairy? Yes, but I don't have any fairy pictures right now. But yes, I have done fairies before, and I've done people and all kinds of things. I love lions. That's why I chose this one tonight, because I absolutely love lions.
He said she remisses you in the collaborations.
I know, I miss you too, Z. Uh, I just haven't been doing them. What crafts I've been doing, I've just been doing here on this channel. I'm always live every Tuesday night on this channel, and I've done some crafts, but I do a lot of other things like cooking and coloring and sewing, and I've done resin and all kinds of stuff uh, on this channel. But I do miss the collaborations. I go in and read, in all the Instagram groups. I go in and read what's going on, but I just haven't been doing them. I've got a website now, and I'm selling my paintings, and that's really busy. But I definitely missed you. Miss everybody over there. I guess I just got to go over there and just say hey and start talking to everybody again. But there's so many people in there, I've noticed, they don't even know who I am. They wouldn't know who I am because I haven't been in any of the chat in so long.
She ain't been in there in a coon's age.
Yeah.
I said that story the other day. This kid turned around, looked at me, he's like, exactly how long of a length of time is that? And I said, really, really long. Love it when kids make me feel old.
Oh, yeah.
I think the worst, as I was like 27, 28, when I was cashier and
right.
we were slow and we was chit-chatting about music with the courtesy clerks who are 16. And they were talking about and I was like, yeah, I said, I absolutely love Meatloaf. And he looked at me, he said, me too, with mashed potatoes. He said, but we're talking about music. And I just stopped and looked at him. I was like, okay.
Yeah, said, Meatloaf is he's a.
And they're like, no way. And I said, yeah. I said, look it up when you get home. I said, Meatloaf was a singer. And they come back and he's like, yeah, that's some cool music. And I was like, yeah, some of the older music is cool.
I'm surprised they don't know who Meatloaf is. He's still quite relevant. because he's
And
done enough.
I don't know what music era it was. It's in the late 90s, but it was the pants hanging down below their butt crack, which I just looked at him and I said, that is a health hazard and a safety hazard. You either pull your pants up and put on a belt or go home. And the manager was like, I said, yes, I can, because if they trip in the parking lot and somebody hits them, it's on you. Because they're not dressed appropriately for work. I mean, they want to wear it in their downtime. That's up to them. But not on the job when I have to worry about their safety. Because I'm telling you, people at Kroger's parking lots do not watch for pedestrians.
Well, they don't watch for pedestrians a lot in a lot of different parking lots.
Well, one of my ex-boyfriend's mother shopped there all the time, and she was elderly. She adopted him and raised him. And she was putting her groceries in her car, and this woman literally backed over her, like completely over her, and then drove forward, and everybody was screaming at her to stop. And she got out of the car and she goes, oh, she'll be fine, and left. And this is before, everybody had a cell phone to take a picture of the license plate.
Right.
There was one guy who was sitting there. He said, that's all right. He said, I wrote it down. He said, who can be that daggone cruel?
Right.
Broke one of her legs and 3 ribs. And
wow.
I was out there, and she looked at me and she goes, you go away. You broke my son's heart. And I was like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Rick was a nice guy, but we were not a good match. We were better friends.
Right.
And we stayed friends after he got over the butt hurt.
Yeah.
And he is now living in Ohio, been married almost as long as I have. So he found his person. It just wasn't me. Sometimes that's the way it works out.
Well, I told you what happened when that guy from my high school was talking to me, and he had gone to Mexico to the hot air balloons. And when he came back, he sent me this message, and he goes, I had so much fun, but I thought of you the whole time. And I'm like,
right.
That's not going to be anything. And so I sent him a message, and I said, oh, yeah, me and my husband's thinking about going there next year to celebrate our 43 years of marriage.
When I went to my 10th high school reunion, I walked in. Bill was he did something because we had to drive a long way. I think he was checking on before he came in, and talking to people, and they're like, you're still alone. And I looked at him, I was like, no. And they're like, who married you? And Bill walked in behind me, wrapped his arms. He said, I did. I'm the lucky guy that married her. They're like, oh, and you're still together? And they said, oh, you've been married for a couple of years? And I was like, no, we've been married for 10 years. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple of kids too.
People can be so cruel.
No, it's because I never dated when I was in high school, because the only thing I was interested in high school was graduating high school and getting away from home. That was my main goal. I've got to get out of here, and the only way I'm going to get out of here is with an education.
Yeah.
I think I got asked out once. I mean, I dated towards in my senior year. One of them, my junior year, I was dating a guy who was my school bus driver. He went to school. He graduated a couple of years before me, but we had always been friends, but not, because I was too young for him then. And we started dating until Dad found out that he drove the school bus, and he said, you got to break up with him. And I said, why? I said, that's a good job. He said, he's going to lose his job if they find out he's dating a student. It never even occurred to us.
Right.
And he's been married 3 times, and married this one woman who had, girl, who had 8 kids. By the time she was 28, she had 8 kids. And by all account, everybody said he treated those kids like they were his. That he was really good to her. And he got up one morning and she had left a note on the table and she said, "You're a better parent than I am. I'm out of here," and left.
Did she leave the kids?
Yes.
Oh my.
So he ended up raising all those kids by himself.
Wow.
But everybody said he treated them good. He provided for them. They had everything they wanted, and most of what had everything they needed, and most of the things that they wanted.
Right.
And then got remarried and cheated on her. And he was like, "I can't understand why she divorced me." I said, "Dude, you cheated on her." "Well, yeah, but just a little bit." And I was like, "No, it doesn't work that way. You can't cheat just a little bit."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, how about you? You want to get married?" I said, "I'm already married, been married for years and have every intention to stay in that way." He said, "Just my luck." He said, "I should have stuck with you and I would have a job."
Yeah.
And I believe he told me, because I talked to him like 3 or 4 years ago. He found me on Facebook. He's still driving school bus.
Wow.
He told me before he graduated, that's what he always wanted to do. Even when he was in school, that was his plan, was to get his CDL so he could be a school bus driver. It's what he wanted to do. And I was like, well, everybody has to have something that they like.
Yeah.
That was really good, Connie.
I'm done with
it. I mean,
I color fast. I paint fast, you name it.
Well, I'm waiting for my background to dry because it was the gel crayons and I activated them. Because if I activate them, once they dry, you can go over them.
Right. Now, I was going to show you. They sent me with this pencil case. They sent me all these pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. That's a weird little funny one. That's a silly one.
That's just so you can practice your technique with them.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Christmas tree. There's a kitty cat.
Do you little shorts with them, coloring them.
I could do that. Well, this one I couldn't do in a short.
No, that would take a while. But the more simple ones, yeah, do shorts with them.
Yeah. And then there's...
Well, that would just promote this channel more.
True. There's that.
Oh, I like that one. That one's cute.
Yeah. And then that one that's a lot more intricate. But,
Now, see, mine came with a book of Zentangles.
Ugh.
Never been touched. Yeah. Still in there on the shelf.
Right. And then this book is the one that I gave it to Ashley, my daughter.
That is the one. I bought that for Lorelai's mommy. That's
okay. Yeah, so it's got... This one, you pull the pages out. Yeah. I don't know if you can or not. But they're nice pictures.
Well, they had like She Loves Mushrooms.
Yeah, there's a bunch of mushrooms.
Oh my God, it's Herb. Hi, Herb.
Hey, Herb. Welcome in. It's been forever. I hope you're doing...
We was actually just talking about you a little while ago.
Yep. I'm glad you're here.
Put out your eardrum. It just shocked me when I seen his name pop up.
I love these daffodils.
I have so many of those. I have an entire flower bed of those purple irises. Yes, that's cute.
Except for that's not irises. Those are daffodils. They're not
irises. Those are all in front of my porch.
Right.
I actually went to the old house that we lived in because I planted a whole, and I told Bill, I was like, I'm not leaving him my flowers because his family was being buttheads. And I was like, I'm not
Right.
leaving all of my flowers. And I went and dug all my bulbs up that fall and brought
Yeah.
them here and replanted them, and they have flourished. That's the
Right.
only way you can take it, Herb, is one day at a time.
Exactly.
Ooh, that one's nice.
This one, the windmill.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
pretty. I like this one.
Yep, I love
Mermaid.
mermaids.
There's your irises.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, I love this one. This one
that's so
reminds me
cute.
of my grandson's.
Oh, you should color
Ooh.
that and put it in a frame and have him for him to hang on his wall.
I think I will. I think I'm going to. Because that's exactly would go perfectly with his room.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some updated pictures of him. Let me pull them up, and then I'll share my screen with him. You could see him. Let's see. Oh wait, they're not. Yeah, they are there. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, they're not on that one. They're on Max's. There. Okay.
I've got my coloring book in front of the fan, but it's still not dry yet.
Okay. There's
Oh,
update. Isn't he beautiful?
yes, he is.
He looks just like his daddy.
Oh,
His
that
hair's
hair.
curly. He's got his daddy's nose, lips, hands, feet. In fact, let's see. Oh, she doesn't have the other pictures. That's the only picture she's on. They sent me a bunch of other pictures, but he is a doll, and he's doing better. They're hardly giving him any oxygen. See here, he didn't have even a lot of oxygen on him. This is right when he was born, but oh, there's my grandson's hand. You can see it's a big hand.
They're so tiny.
He's growing already. He's almost. I think they said he's over 5 pounds already.
Oh, that's good. That means he's gaining weight easily. Yeah, he'll be going home.
Well, his daddy gained weight and his grandpa gained weight. In fact, his grandpa, when the day he was born, he weighed 7 pounds 8 ounces, and when he left the hospital 2 days later, he weighed over 10 pounds. And his grandma said, "This isn't a Marvin, this is a Boomer," and he still goes by that name. So yeah, he is a beautiful little guy. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna paint this or not paint it, color it and frame it and put it in with the stuff and send them to them so they can put it up.
And sign it. Make sure you sign it. It's Nana.
I will.
In the year.
Yeah, I will for sure. But yeah, so that's that coloring book, and then I've got this coloring book. Birds, blooms, and
I seen that. I looked at that one today.
yeah, I got it at Walmart. All the birds and flowers and butterflies. Isn't that a peony? Looks like a peony to me. I love butterflies. There's a peacock. Or not a peacock. Yeah, a peacock. That's a busy one. Whew. Thank you, Larry. Oh, there's an owl for you. Can you see it? Annie? Annie! She must have walked away from her computer.
Sorry, I heard something odd and I went to check on Anthony.
See that?
Oh, that one's cool. Yeah, I like that.
It's an owl. Yeah, this is a cool book too. I
He's in there
think.
talking to his Santa gnome.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what secrets he's telling him.
I don't know. Don't know. And then also with these pencils, it also came with a sketchbook, two sketchbooks, and it came with water right here. Oh no, this is a coloring book, another coloring book with more pictures. Oh, and I did this one with my gel pens the other day.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, and then I did this one with my gel
I
pens.
like dinosaurs.
Yeah, and I think that's the only two I did out of this little book the other day. But I thought they gave
I think
me.
that's like old school coloring books right there. Those pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then I got this separate the other day from Walmart. I haven't done anything in it yet. But it's watercolor paper. It's really, really nice watercolor paper. Really nice and thick.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to use that. And I don't know if you have ever seen the watercolors at Dollar Tree.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually really good.
Mm-hmm. I got some for me and Lorelai to use.
Yeah, this is my second set. I haven't opened this one up yet. But these are actually really good paints.
People need to realize that expensive doesn't necessarily mean good.
Right.
So you can get a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, I have to have the high dollar." I said, "You can buy cheaper art supplies that maybe they won't, but most usually they work just as good."
Yeah, I was going to say many, many years ago, everybody used to say, "Oh, you don't want to use apple barrel. Apple barrel paints are not good."
I have a ton of apple barrel paint.
Well, did you know? Do you know who makes apple barrel paints?
Plaid.
Plaid. And did you know that they make most of all other acrylic paints? They make folk art. They make deco art. They make Americana. They make a lot of different ones. Plus, they make chalk paints. 2 different brands. They do folk art chalk paints, and they do Waverly chalk paints. They do all the Mod Podge. It all comes from there. Thank you, Larry. Yeah, I'll do that owl, but there's my lion from tonight.
Like it.
Yeah, I do too. Now, I couldn't make his eyes yellow because they're kind of dark out. I'm going to use this other.
Use a white gel pen, let it dry, and then go over it with the yellow. It'll show up. I've done that a lot.
I don't have a white gel right there. Let me see if I do on this set.
You can use the white gel pen and let it dry, and then actually go over it with a gold or a yellow gel pen, and it will show up.
I don't have a white.
Yeah.
I have silver, but I don't have white.
Silver might work. Or use gold. You got a gold there, just use the gold.
Yeah. And that's no good. These are kind of old, so let me see. Yeah, those aren't working. But these ones. Yeah, this one will work. There we go. That
Yeah, if
worked.
the eyes ain't done, it just doesn't look right.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
I will
All right.
work
Well,
on my owl, and I will show the completed one to y'all next week.
okay. Okay. And I'm hoping by next week I'll have my cardigan and my skirt cover and my skirt finished, which I doubt it, but it's wishful thinking, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, that's the one I
That
did.
was
Did you?
nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
I did that. I did that the other day. And then, did I do any others? Oh, I did that one.
That's pretty too.
Don't know if I did any others out of this book. I don't think so. I just did those. That's one I just did. Yeah, these are just those 3 out of this book.
Bill has challenged me to grab one of my coloring books and color the first page and work my way through the entire book this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, might do that. My problem is I don't care what coloring book I get. I don't like every single picture. I like most of them, but there's some that just I don't care for. You're muted.
There, now I'm not.
Now you're not.
Yeah, I turned off the other camera and switched it over. So, all right. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. I have enjoyed myself. Hope you guys have too.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Thursday night, I'll be doing a painting. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll see. I know I'm commissioned to do some paintings. Sarah Mahoney bought the green painting that I did, this one, and she won this one. I need to send her, and I need to send Annie's to them tomorrow or the next day. And then she has commissioned me to do, this one, she commissioned me to do a red and white, a yellow and white, and then a bigger one that's black and white, to go on her wall behind her bed to match her quilt. So I'm going to be working on those over the next couple of months. She said, you can only just do one a month or so. So that's what I'll do. Or I'll do them all, and then she can just buy them from me a month at a time. That's up to her. But yeah, but I won't be doing that tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. We'll see. It'll come to me. And Dee, if you're still here, I will look into doing a collaboration. I'll look in and decide.
Oh, I've been going on Amazon, Larry, finding the best coloring books.
Exactly. When
I
I have
honestly,
them in,
going into the store, I can't find a good one at all.
same here, and that's where I got the one Mandela that I got like 9 years ago, and I just can't find good ones. Other than I will take that back because Walmart does have good ones. Because I got, which one did I get from?
Good
I
night,
got this
Mary. Thanks
one.
for coming.
I
Hi,
got this
Chris.
one from.
Hey.
Hi, Chris K. I got this one from Walmart, and this is a really nice one. So you just have to really look a lot.
Just try not to get the AI ones. And the reason I say that is because the paper is so thin.
Right. Yeah, I
Other than
agree.
that, the pictures are really pretty in them. But
Yeah.
if
Thank you,
but
Sandra.
I have come upon a couple that I got before I knew there were AI coloring books. I just ordered some books, and this one chick, she has 6 fingers. I
Yeah.
mean, so the AI is not all it's cracked up to be. I prefer
Right.
to support an actual artist.
Exactly. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, I agree. But we're gonna call it a night. I have just enough time to watch one episode of Grey's Anatomy because I've been watching like 5 or 6 a day while I'm crocheting or sewing because I have the TV down in my sewing room. So I'm turning it on, and I'm going to be back down there tomorrow sewing the baby blankets and the last of the burnt cloths so I can get those sent off. And I got to make the teddy bear too from my grandson's pants. His green corduroy
Larry
pants. I
says,
want to
stay
make.
safe. Blessed everyone. Thank you, Connie, for going to do the color theory.
Oh yes, yes, definitely. I will do that. I'll start Thursday. Before I start the painting, I will do a little clip of color theory, and then we'll move into the painting. So
Good
good
night,
night,
Sandra.
everybody. Thank you, Annie, for being here, and you guys all have a great day. Hope to see you on Thursday on my other channel, as well as on Saturday night for bingo, and on Sunday night. So you guys all have a great night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Annie.
Bye, Connie.